Hello, Brendon Clark here from Brendon Clark Horsemanship. I've got a tip for you today about disengaging. A lot of people talk about disengaging the hind end. And I think a lot of emphasis goes on the hind end alone. But for me, I feel like the rib cage is equally as important. Because basically, when you go to ride them, a lot of your stiffness that comes all the way from the mouth to the hind end comes in the rib cage. This is a horse that hasn't done a lot of groundwork here. I've just been working with him here for a second, and I noticed him doing something here. You'll notice when he turns around, see how he's stiff here? He's not really bending in his rib cage. What I'm going to do is I'm not going to really concentrate on too much about, I'm not worried about, I want that inside hind foot to cross over the outside hind foot. But I'm not too worried. A lot of people also get mixed up when they talk about the front feet staying in the same position. Initially, I don't really care about that. I want to worry more about when I go around here and ask that hind end to go away from me, is there softness all the way through the body? So I don't want that neck to be stiff and to come around like this and have that front foot. Like that's great if your front foot's in the ground and the hind end's moving, but there's no softness in the body. And the whole thing about this is teaching your horse when you pick up on the rein to be soft in the body. So like what I'll do is just stay with him if they are stiff. Like he's a little bit too stiff for me right now, so there. See, I'll wait for them to get, what'll happen is if they're stiff in the body, their head will be up in the air like this, but as they soften up in the body and get more of a C or a bend in their body, their head will start coming down initially, and you don't have to pull it, they'll be very soft, and that's when they'll start softening up. And that front foot, I don't really even want it to stay in the one spot. I want it to move just a little bit so I know that front end is freed up enough and he's soft all the way through the body. So I'll just continually walk over here. There, much better. See that, how his whole body, he crossed over and he got more of a step underneath with that hind foot. That's what I want to see. I'm not so worried about him just disengaging his hind end. A lot of people, I feel like, getting a little mixed up with that, and it's something that I suppose we've all been through and you've got to learn through experience. But what I want here, same thing, I'm going to go onto his left side here and he's backing up. I'm not going to worry about any of this. I'm not going to use I don't need to use my lead rope on this horse right now because he's not sticking. His body's moving, but I'm just waiting for softness here. I'm just going to continually go around. I'm not going to really do anything. He's going to find it. He's going to have to find it here. See right there, he stopped, so I'll use my lead rope. I'll just keep walking back to that spot. He gave me a little bit there. I probably should have gave him a rest, but anyway, see, he's backing up here. I'm just going to keep walking. No big deal. There, wait for him to get around. See how he's stiff here? His neck's stiff, his body's stiff. I want him to, there. So that time he even though he was crossing over in the front end, I don't care about that initially. Again, all I care about more is the softness in the body. So hopefully this helps you with doing some of your groundwork, because there is a right and wrong way of doing this, but as time goes on, you want to start looking for that. Initially, I want to get softness so they know right from the word go that they've got to be soft, and then once they're soft in the body, when you go to start riding them, picking up on that rein, they're going to be soft all the way through in the mouth, through the ribs, all the way to their hind end.